Hello there. It's been nearly a week since the most recent jihadi Islamic terror attack in Britain, and it take me this long to get around to talking about it because I just simply do not know really what to say. I've actually sat down and spoken into my camera phone several times in the last week, and then afterwards deleted it because what's there to say that I haven't already said before, that thousands of other people haven't said 1,000 times. So really, the point of this video is just to talk about the actual problem. The problem is Islam. It is an incompatible belief system wrapped up, well, political system wrapped up in a religious belief that indoctrinates its followers, and the more devout they get, the more dangerous they become. Now, Sam Harris talks about Jainism, the Jains, and he points out that, not that I know much about them, but he said the more fundamental they become, the less you have to worry about them, because they become obsessed in not hurting or damaging anything at all, to the point where they filter the water they drink so that they don't accidentally drink some bug that's in there and kill it. They can't walk anywhere without just studying what they're about to step on, because they can't, the thought of treading on a snail or a spider, is awful to them. But the problem with Islam is it has a superiority complex. It has to dominate, and if you really step back and look at it, it comes across in all shapes or forms. So from the very, very small situations, say like where I work, we have a little hut for us to wait while we're quiet, and there's a TV in there and there's a vending machine, and we used to have bacon flavoured crisps in there until my Muslim friends, I say they're friends, they're nice guys, I get on really well with them, complained. So the guy that stacks it, he just didn't want to deal with the grief, so no more bacon crisps. That doesn't stop me from walking in there with a sausage roll, banging it in the microwave, stinking out of place while having a little prayer, and just chowing down into it. But that might change at some stage. There might be, I imagine, there might be pressure put on us to stop doing that. And what I think it is, it's not the people that follow it are good people. They're not bad people, but I think they've just gotten used to this, and they expect people to submit. That's it. It's all about submission. So they say, well, we don't want bacon crisps, so there won't be bacon crisps. They say, well, we want some different toilets in there. So the council will spend loads of taxpayers' money on building, knocking down, demolishing old toilets that are perfectly fine, and putting in new ones that are Sharia compliant. And it just goes all the way through our society. And it obviously gets to the point where at the tip of the spear, you've got terrorism, where they're just outright just killing people and shouting Allahu Akbar. But then, for me, the bigger problem is the grooming gangs. That is jihad with a penis. That is to ruin young girls of whatever country that they've come to really make them very unlikely to produce a healthy family of their own. Those girls are destroyed. Most of them are destroyed for life. It's absolutely abhorrent. So this will continue, and it will not stop until the country, united, says we need to have a long conversation about this. We need to talk about Islam, but you saw what happened to Lord Pearson in the House of Lords when he said that. Oh my God, the moans and groans around were just it's ridiculous. It's like, oh no, sorry, we can talk about anything else, but we can't talk about that. Okay, we're not allowed to talk about that, and you should know better, Lord Pearson. So, and the amount of people that are prepared to say something about it, I think, is actually going down, maybe. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. I think lots of people are thinking it. They probably know it in their subconscious, and they push it to the back there, and it's not their problem to deal with. But just look what happened in 1930s Germany, and look what became of that. At some point, we hit the end, and it's either fight or flight, I suppose. people would just start leaving the country en masse, I imagine. Or people will stand and fight. And I don't want it to be a fight. I am the least violent person that I know. I'm not into it at all. And it's not my thing. And I'm trying to do what I do. It's my bit, I suppose. I'm not the guy to stand there on the line and fight, not really. But and I don't have a problem with Muslims, you know. As I say, the guys I sit and chat to at work, I don't tell them about this channel, obviously. They might find out one day. I'll probably lose my job. I don't have a problem with them. Nice guys. You know, they seem to be interested in each other's lives. You know, what's going on with you? You know, what you're up to, but they've got this inbuilt superiority belief that they are above everyone else, and it is up to everyone else to submit to it. So I don't know the solution. You can argue that our establishments, I think it's clear to anyone watching this, our establishment has had a lot to do with this. Whether it's to do with the Barcelona Declaration and a treaty that was signed in order to bring in mass migration unchecked from, I think it was 11 Sharia state countries, or at least Muslim majority countries, to here, the press agreeing to be Sharia compliant. You know, everyone's going to show utmost respect to Islam at all time, but it's filtered all the way through the civil service. So either people are too afraid to investigate the rape of this young chavvy, she's a slag, let's not bother investigating it, or, you know, down to, okay, we had a terrorist attack, but, you know, not all Muslims are terrorists. Yeah, we know, but pretty much all terrorists are Muslim. Oh, think of the poor Muslims that might become under attack from, you know, revenge attacks. It's like, well, can we not spare a thought for the people that are being abused by Islam anyway? All this stuff I've said before, so I just thought, I don't know, let's have another little video, and just as I've spoken about it, but as I say, expect the next jihadi attack coming to a town near you soon, I suppose, because they'll do actually nothing to talk about it, and those that do talk about it get attacked. Look at guys like Tommy Robinson, and people are now too afraid to even talk about him. You know, he's the boogeyman. He's not the boogeyman. He's just a caring, decent, rough around the edges, bit rough bloke that cares deeply about his country. And look what's happened to his life. Anyway, this one's over. Until the next one. See you then. Bye then.